Hello friend, last time we discussed about the laws related banking in India in chapter 1. In this time we discuss the chapter number 2, Negotiable Instrument Act 1881. So Negotiable Instrument Act 1881, there are some points, the definition, characteristics and presumption of negotiable instrument. We also see in this chapter the promissory note, bill of exchange, check, definition and features of all these negotiable instrument and parties in negotiable instrument, then concept of negotiation and presentment, and last is the notice of dishonor and noting and protesting of the negotiable instrument into the topic number 2, Negotiable Instrument Act the 1881. So we start our point with the negotiable instrument. So what is a negotiable instrument? The negotiable instrument are money or cash equivalent. This can be converted into the liquid cash subject to economy in certain condition. They play an important role in the settlement of debt and claims. So negotiable instrument is equivalent to cash and we use for the transaction in trade and for our customs. The transaction involving the negotiable instrument in our country are regulated by law and framework of statutes which govern the transaction of these instruments is known as the negotiable instrument. So in our country, the Negotiable Instrument Act transaction is the regulated throughout the law and the framework of the statutes. So, and this is the Act, Negotiable Instrument Act 1881. This act framed in our country in the year of 1881 when the British ruled our country and before of independence. Because of the British people, they start a modern banking business in India. We follow the British people's banking business, and prior to the 1881 the transaction governing negotiable instrument were regulated under the cover of Indian Contract Act 1872. This act has been the amendment as many as 23 times and meet the need of the time to time, and last amendment in 2018. So this act is changed in many times, and whenever the necessary, that time government, the RBI declare the notification and changing to this Negotiable Instrument Act as per the situation. So Negotiable Instrument Act is which is established in India from 1881 from the before independence. So what is meant by meaning of negotiable instrument? Negotiable instrument is a method to transferring debt from one person to the other person. So the word of the negotiable means a transferable from one person to another in return from consideration, and instrument means a written document by which a right is created in favor of some person. So transferring debt from one person to another person, transfer money from the one person to another person for the consideration, it's called the negotiable instrument. And thus the negotiable instrument is a document which is the initiates a person to sum of money and the which transferable from one person to the another by the endorsement and delivery. So negotiable instrument is a document which entitles a person to sum of money and which transferable from one person to another person by endorsement and delivery. So it is an instrument which is the entitled transfer the ownership from one person to another person throughout the endorsement and delivery. Whenever we write something in the negotiable instrument in the front side or the back side, it is the endorsement. By delivery, we can transfer the ownership of this document. So thus the negotiable instrument are the document mean the making of payment. So negotiable instrument is the document which is made for the payment, the ownership of which can be transferred from one person to another many times before the final payment is made. So before the final payment made, we transfer the ownership of throughout this document like the negotiable instrument from one person to another person. So negotiable instrument is the document which is the transfer the ownership from one person to another person and before of the final payment. Definition of negotiable instrument as per the Negotiable Instrument Act 1881, the section 13 is given the definition. Negotiable instrument means the promissory note, bill of exchange or check payable either to order or bearer, whether the word of order or the bearer appear on the instrument or not. So negotiable instrument means as per the act, the promissory note, bill of exchange and check, whether the word of order bearer appear on the instrument or not, it's called the negotiable instrument. And according to Justice Willey, a negotiable instrument is one property in which acquired by anyone who takes its bona fide and for value notwithstanding any defect of the title in the person from whom he took it. So negotiable instrument is the document which is the transfer the ownership from one person to another person, and it is given title or the right to the person who hold in his hand. So Thomas, a negotiable instrument is one which is by a legally recognized custom of trade or law transferable by the delivery in the such circumstances. So negotiable instrument means a document which is the by legally recognized or which is the use for the custom of trade or the use for as per law or transferable by the delivery in such circumstances. So such are the negotiable instrument are we use as per the law, like bill of exchange, promissory note and check, and some of the negotiable instrument we use as per the customs of trade, like the railway receipts, hundi and the charge of hundi, the commercial papers. These are the negotiable instrument which is we use the as per the customs of trade. So but as per the law we explain the negotiable instrument means the promissory note, bill of exchange and check, which is we looking in this chapter. So characteristics of this negotiable instrument, what is the some characteristics we can explain with the some point. So first is the property. The possessor of negotiable instrument is the presumed to be the owner of the property contained therein. So possessor of the negotiable instrument, like the owner. Negotiable instrument does not merely give possession of the instrument but right of property also. It is given the right of property also to the holder of the instrument or possessor of the instrument. The property in a negotiable instrument can be transferred without any formality. So property is a transfer from one person to another person. The next is the transferability. Negotiable instrument must necessarily be transferable from one person to another person. It may be either to be bearer or to order of the name of payee. So it is a transfer from the drawer to payee. If the instrument is payable to bearer, it may be transferred merely by delivery. So some negotiable instrument transfer the ownership throughout the delivery and throughout the endorsement. Payable to order. A negotiable instrument is payable to order which is the express to be so payable or which express to be payable to particular person. So it is payable to order, like in check we given the pay to order of dash person, and in the bill of exchange we also write the payable to order. An instrument which does not restrict its transferability is negotiable whether it is the word order is the mentioned or not. So payable to order is mentioned in negotiable instrument. The next characteristics is the title. The transferee of the negotiable instrument known as the holder in due course, and bona fide the transferee for value is not affected by any defect of the title on the part of the transferor or of any of the previous holder of the in. So transferee. So transferor, a person like drawer who transfer the money from the transferee. So transferee of negotiable instrument known as the holder in due course, he has the right to hold all these property, right of the hold of money. And for example, we looking here, the suppose A, B and C, there are the three person. A has stolen a check payable to be B or bearer. A in cash this check from C, who has no knowledge that A had obtained the check from the B from the fraud, theft or the cheating. In this case, the C will have the good title on the check in spite the fact that A had no title to it, even if the drawer for example B stopped the payment of the check because of the A cheating to the B. But C can enforce its payment for him because of the C has the title. C is the transferee, and transferee of the negotiable instrument known as the holder in due course. So C has the right to hold these property and the payment from the A. Payable to order, the negotiable instrument is payable to bearer, which is the express to be so payable, or if last endorsement is in and the endorsement in the blank. So throughout the endorsement, it is the payable to the order. The next we can see that the presumption, the certain presumption is the presume or assume in about the negotiable instrument, like the presumption that the consideration has been the paid under it. So every negotiable instrument is the made up for the consideration for the acceptance. So it is not necessary to write in a promissory note the word of for value received or similar expression, because the payment of consideration is presumed. So every negotiable instrument is presumed that it is the made for the consideration and consideration of the payment. The next is the bona fide to transferee. The transferee who take the instrument, the bona fide and the valuable consideration, obtain a good title despite any defect in the title of transfer, to the extent it constitutes an exception to the general rules that no one can be given a better title than he himself has. So bona fide to transferee, and because of transfer, the maker and the drawer, the transfer the payment from his side to transferee, and transferee is a bona fide and the benefited about the value is a consideration. So it is the bona fide to transferee in the negotiable instruments. Consideration, it is presumed by law. Every negotiable instrument is made for draw for consideration, which is we see in our example of presumption. So there is no necessary in to such a position, but it is not is a irrebuttable presumption. It must be rebutted by the proof that the instrument has been obtained from the lawful owner by means the fraud, undue influence or for unlawful consideration. So it is the made for the consideration is the characteristics of the negotiable instrument. The next is the rights. The transferee of the negotiable instrument can sue in his own name in the case of the dishonor. The negotiable instrument can be transferred any number by time till it is at the maturity. The holder of the instrument need not given notice to transfer to the party liable on the instrument to pay. So rights. So transferee of the negotiable instrument can claim in his own name in the case of the dishonor of negotiable instrument. If the check is not accepted because of the insufficient balance of the any mistakes on the endorsement, so the transferee is the right to the claim of the money on claim of the title. So transferee has the right about the claim. The next is the payment. A negotiable instrument is made for the payable two or more pays jointly. There are the two or more parties into the payment, and so it is made for the payment. Next is the prompt payment. So negotiable instrument is able the holder to expect the prompt payment because of dishonor means the ruin or the credit of all persons who are the parties in the instrument. So it is made for the prompt payment. It's made for the payment and it's made for the prompt payment. The next is it transfer by the endorsement or delivery. So every negotiable instrument is a transfer the ownership from one person to another person throughout the endorsement or throughout the delivery of the instrument. It is a written instrument. So negotiable instrument is not a oral instrument, it is the written instrument, and consider the complete and effective only when duly signed of the drawer and maker. So it is the written instrument, it is the important characteristics of the negotiable instrument. So here we finish the characteristics of the negotiable instrument. So we also see the some presumption of the negotiable instrument, which is the mentioned Negotiable Instrument Act. The section 118 and 19 is the act laid down the certain presumption which the court presume the regard of the negotiable instrument. So presumption of negotiable instrument we looking in next slide. So presumption, first presumption is consideration. Every negotiable instrument was made, drawn, acceptance or accepted or endorsed for the consideration. So every negotiable instrument made for the consideration is presumed in his presumption. It is the presumed that the consideration is present in every negotiable instrument until a contrary is presumed. Date. So where the negotiable instrument is dated, the presumption that has been made a draw on such date unless the contrary is proved. So date is the important. So it is the mention in every negotiable instrument, like the check is accepted within the 3 month. So that is the important in the negotiable instrument, like bill of exchange, promissory note and check. Time of acceptance, unless the country is proved, the every accepted bill is the exchange is presumed to have been accepted within the reasonable time. So every negotiable instrument is accepted within, it is the maturity is the presumed in this presumption. Time of transfer, unless the contrary is presumed, that shall be presumed that every transfer of the negotiable instrument was made before its maturity. So every transfer made the negotiable instrument before its the maturity times. The next presumption of the negotiable instruments, all negotiable instrument which is used to by law or which is used by the customs and trades. The order of endorsement, until the contrary is proved, shall be presumed that the endorsement appearing upon a negotiable instrument were made in the order in which they are appear thereon. So endorsement, whenever we write something on the check or the bill of exchange, in front side or the back side it is the endorsement. So order of the endorsement is given into the negotiable instrument stamp. The exception of the check, but every negotiable instrument like the bill of exchange and promissory note is the duly stamped, like stamp used in bill of exchange and promissory note, and in the check there are the stamp used by the bank, but revenue stamp is particularly used in bill of exchange and promissory note, not into the check. So stamp, duly stamp is necessary in negotiable instrument. Holder in due course, until the contrary is proved, it shall be presumed that the holder of negotiable instrument is presumed to have paid consideration for it and have taken into the good faith of birth. The instrument was obtained from lawful owner by means and offense of fraud. The holder has to prove that he has the holder in due course. So transferee or holder is the holder in due course, he has the right of the hold the property. Proof of protest, whenever the dishonor happen about the negotiable instrument, that time under section 119, that is necessary to, it is note down under the registrar and take a certification and for the protest, and it is the present in the court in the case about the claim as a proof. So we can use as a proof of the negotiable instrument whenever it is the dishonor. So proof of protest is the one presumption. Summary, what we learned from this video: the negotiable instrument is a transferable document either as for the provision of the law as per the custom of trade. So it is the document which is used for the for the transfer ownership from one person to another person, transfer money from one person to another person, and it is used as per the law provisions or as per the customs of trade. Like we use the bill of exchange, promissory notes, and the check as per the law, and we use the Shahjog Hundi, the government promissory note, and revenue receipt as per our use of customs and the trades. So such instruments is given privilege to transferee who get it the bona fide and the value to purchase or good title, and even through the transferor has no title or defective title to such instrument. So is given privilege to transferee, means more bona fide to the transferee according to the law. And we have also learned some characteristics of the negotiable instrument, like the property, title, rights, presumption, prompt payment, and written instrument. It is made for the consideration. So here we end of our summary of Negotiable Instrument Act 1881, features and characteristics. Next is the references. You can refer for this point the Mukund Mahajan book, Banking Law and Practices India, Nirali publication, Sangre B and T.N. Salve, Banking Law Practices in India, Success publication. And the assignment question will be asked on this point. They explain the meaning, features and presumptions of negotiable instrument. This question will be asked for 10 or 15 marks in the examination. So next is the lecture about the promissory note, meaning and its features and content. So thank you for watching this video. Next time we will meet the another point.